Hello, welcome one and all to episode 45. It's a rather exciting episode today we've got ahead of us. We're going to be making our beacons, baby. Rather successful Friday fight night, Friday just gone. Means we've got 6 nether stars. And so I've just been reminding myself how they work, and the most fundamental thing, which I kind of remembered anyway, is that they stretch infinitely upwards, but only a limited amount of blocks downwards and to the side, so in terms of their effect. So we want to be building this thing down at bedrock, like at the bottom of our world. It will stretch 50 blocks at maximum size outwards, so we need to pick a spot somewhere around here that we feel is the most sensible spot for it in terms of its 50 block radius. We've just been at the mob farm, so we've got a couple of stacks of pig iron. We brought back some treasure bags here. So look, so here it all is. This is everything we got from our wither fighting. But I think, like, not this episode, but the next episode, we are going to tackle the ore excavator. So that's why I've just been trying to keep pace, gathering things like pig iron and the like. I think the one thing that we might end up needing to go and like actually mine, which would be nice to still have some old school mining to do, I think that might be copper. We might find that just, well, if we got 71 ingots of copper, we might find that isn't quite enough. Although we're unlikely to need to use it to make rose gold and things, like we've got decent amounts of bronze and stuff. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, we're going to be definitely working our way through all this aluminium today. We're going to be using that as our beacon block, because Tinker's Construct allows us to use all these different types of metal for beacon blocks. So all that aluminium has a purpose now, which is beautiful. While we're on the subject, for anyone who missed the live stream on Friday of the wither fight, here's just a couple of highlights for you. Just a few bits and pieces, so run the ting. If the wither has Minecraft health, we will kill this thing so quickly. Okay, so what power-ups do we want to take before we start? Invisibility for 3 minutes. Let's have that right now. Just on the off chance it works, it blatantly won't. Regen 2. And a strength 2. Oh, and we'll take a speed 2. Here we go. Okay, we're ready for you, brother. Come on. He needs to get to full health, right? I should have been taking my potions now. Oh, nope. Oh, he started. I think this is going to be fine. This is not going to be a problem. Health is a minor. Look at how good our armor is doing. I think it's mostly, but let's just stop for a second. It's mostly that he's just doing no damage at all. What an anticlimax. Well, I mean, this is good. So there you go, the first TerraFirmaCraft wither. No problems at all. Should we fight like 5? And then we'll have 6 beacons. And I think there's only 6 power-ups in the beacon, right? Okay, I think we're ready. You guys ready? Okay. Okay, they've started exploding. Okay, shuriken time. They're not doing too much damage. Okay, where are the ones we've lost? I want my nether stars. I don't want to lose the nether stars. I got 3, okay. Ah. He's actually like probably not going to kill us, but it's worth being a little bit careful. We don't have regen anymore. We don't have any instant health either. Uh-oh. Unless this wither stops. We've got 14 seconds more of this to last. I think we're alright, aren't we? Okay, so we got 5 of the stars. We got some kind of rare looking items, I think, here. We can open these bags. Okay, very nice. All sorts of fancy stuff there. Look at journey mapper. Okay, so there's not a huge amount of space to explore here. I think the chances of us finding it running around are pretty slim. It's not like we're getting the greatest draw distance on these like little pebbles. So, oh, there it is. We found it. 6. Okay, amazing. Okay, I think there's only one way to conclude then. Dank wins. Alright, so fairly hilarious, somewhat anticlimactic, but hey, I'd rather it have been the way it was than than more complicated than we expected, you know what I mean? And we were talking about maybe building like a station to farm the wither going forwards in case we do want more of those items, or more beacons in like other locations in our world here. But it seems like if we can just fight them 5 at a time like that, we really don't need to build any specific arena. Like the roof of the nether is a perfectly fine arena, I think, given the levels of armor that we now have, you know? I suppose it might come to the point where we actually just need to be making ourselves some new armor. But I also thought it might be nice to actually work on the area around our nether portal a little bit today as well. I think there's a few ideas we had in terms of how we build that up. Right, we're fully out of fruit now. So that's the last sandwich of the season. At least the last sandwich of the season to contain fruit. Presume there's going to be a fruit tree that will bloom in early spring, and we'll be fine at that point. Ah yes, a few more tools we left behind here. We still have misplaced our slingshot thing. Oh look, running around my world just looking in every container, I have found we made a batch of mortar here. That's kind of nice. Here it is! We put it in with the charcoal. Of course we did. I mean, where else would it be? Okay, good. Well, at least that's one mystery solved to kick us off today. Oh, we've got silverwood in here. That's weird. God, I've been being a bit all over the place with this storage organisation here, haven't I? Alright, so decisions then. Where to put these beacons? Like I said, I think a max size beacon has a range of 50 blocks. And we need... I can't remember, hold on. Okay, so what we need is a total 244 mineral blocks to make a 3x2, like make a 6 beacon. 244 times 9. I don't think we've got enough aluminium to do it. Let's convert all our aluminium into blocks and see. The thing is, we can actually go out and mine more aluminium really easily. There's so many locations on the map where we know it's just exposed and just like in huge numbers. These are not going nearly as far as I thought they would. Oh god. Think about how much we're going to need. So all of that was a fifth of what we need to do what we want to do here. I did notice, this is a very insignificant, very small amount here, but there was in our... Yeah, there was some of this bauxite dust here, which I think we can either put it in the alloy smelter here, or if not, no, I think it goes into here, doesn't it? So, do we go out and mine some more aluminium to kick things off? I mean, god, the amount we're going to need. Whew! And all we need to do then with these blocks is switch them into Tinker's blocks. Tinker's aluminium blocks, I believe. These ones. Usable for beacon bases. That's it. We're done. And then should we go out and find this spot? So just think about where we were going to place the thing. Because it's got a 50 block radius, but it's going to be 2x3. We can we should probably think about it more like a 57 block radius, because the beacon that's, say, on the far left of the 2x3 is going to stretch like 2 blocks less than the one on the right side of it. Yeah, if you think about the collective range being 47, that's more sensible. Now 3 chunks is 48 blocks, so we can roughly use the chunk grid to show us what we need to do here. And if you look, our farming land over there, we're going to probably put buildings in between here and the farm. So the sort of width of our area is like our home on the far side with the portal. You've got the armory and enchanting area, and then the workshop, then this pathway that leads to the farm. And there's going to be more buildings, I think, in here. We'll put our pubs and stuff in there. And then we're going to have like big gardens here and the palace. So this is kind of like what you can see on screen right now. From this chunk line there down to sort of the bottom chunk line you can see here. Maybe we need to go to that one a bit more, but it's like, it's something like this. That's the kind of whole area that we want. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But it's going to be like, you're going to want a beacon sort of around there to get to take care of that 6x6 chunk area. And another beacon there, another one. Yeah, okay, so maybe like a 3x... Yeah, we need like 9 of these towers to kind of cover our whole base in beacon effects. It's going to be pretty epic, but I think that's what we want to do. So all in all, then we're going to need well over 2,250 odd blocks of aluminium. But for now, today we'll just build one of them, and I think one of the exposed sources of aluminium is over here. I think this area here, I think that's all exposed aluminium. Rich bauxite, there we go. Indeed, I was bang on. But yeah, so let's go there and see how much more we can get from that area, I think. Alright, welcome back from that cheeky little montage there. I actually planned to end the montage when I got back to the base, when I finished doing the mining, but it turns out for the whole time I was recording that I didn't have my mic on. Somehow OBS turned the mic input off. I think the space bar does it. if the like mute button is highlighted. Like say I've muted and unmuted it a couple of times and I haven't like brought my cursor back into the game and then I hit spacebar. Anyway, so we now are recording audio, and so I can just kind of update you on where we kind of finished up with all of that. This is the number of blocks of aluminium we ended up with. So I think another 2 kind of sessions like the one we had today would see us with enough blocks of aluminium to make our beacon. We could make a smaller one to kick us off, but you know what I'm like. Go big or go home. So to kind of, for the second half of today's episode, I'm going to grab my shears here. And we are going to actually maybe have a sleep quickly first. We can also put our armor back on here now. What we're going to do now with these shears is we're going to grab a load of lovely blue leaves here, and we're going to kind of come up with some sort of quite surreal garden. Is that not giving us leaf blocks? It isn't giving us leaf blocks. So TerraFirmaCraft shears don't work like that, because what I basically want is I want these blue leaf blocks. Do they work like that on TerraFirmaCraft trees? My next question. No, we don't get leaf blocks with these shears. Okay, I have one more idea. We could try the dark steel ones that we make in Ender.io. Hopefully they behave like vanilla shears do. I need a drink. I've gotten lazy. I'm no longer bothering making sandwiches anymore. We're back to just eating blocks of cheese and loaves of bread whole. Because, yeah, I'm lazy like that. These shears, and can we put, yeah, we can't put the TerraFirmaCraft ones into that machine. But maybe we can at least, yeah, maybe we can at least use these in the way that we want to here. No, we can't. Oh, no. So how can we do it? It's not with a crook, is it? I think a crook gives you something else, like string or something, isn't it? Or just nothing. Oh, damn. Okay, so can we use the Ender.io ones on TerraFirmaCraft trees? Or just, I guess they're just totally different. Like any tree in TFC just has see-through. The leaves aren't even solid blocks, are they? Oh, that kind of scuppers my plans massively. What other kinds of shears are there? Just those 2 kinds. Is there a tinker tool that does it? I don't think so. Maybe the scythe? Does the tinker's scythe do that? Probably not. Effective on plants. It might do. It might be worth just going and checking on the mob farm quickly for that. Okay, let's have a look at this thing. I don't think this is going to work either. Nope, again, just sticks. So I think it might be, unless anybody knows any different, post in the comments if you do, but I think that in TFC we can't acquire leaf blocks, which is going to make doing what we wanted to do rather tricky, I think. So yeah, what I wanted to do was just like build this area up with a load of blue leaves all around the portal. I thought it was going to look so cool, and then like cover it in dirt, have some kind of like, you know, a little bit of a hilly kind of transition into here, all the leaves and that around the portal, maybe like a little water pool there. It was going to be awesome. But now it won't be. I can't think of any way of doing it either, because we could grow trees around that area, but as soon as we get rid of the wood, all the leaf blocks disappear. That's another TFC like tree mechanic. So I can't think of a way, and I don't think there's room down there to just grow some silverwood trees and just leave them there, because they'll just take up too much room, and like to grow one successfully we'd have to put it right in the middle of that area to give it enough room, I think, or it'd have to be against the walls, or we'd dig out the walls and then replace them back. Just seems like a mission. Well, I mean, I guess at least we can start just like laying out the foundations of what the garden would look like here. I'm sure we can find some like prettier blocks to use around here that will help us out. Maybe some vines, I guess, I don't know. And what we're going to do here, I'm not sure. Maybe just for now, should we just leave that sort of like, yeah, and then maybe we can put like a little step up there or something. I think that should be alright. We're probably going to run out of dirt here much faster than I thought, aren't we? But yeah, we're just gonna fill all this in and start to kind of landscape a little bit, I suppose. See what we're left with here. Okay then. So this should work, I think. Yeah, amazing. And this is the pretty TFC water. We wouldn't want to use vanilla water and have it all like bright blue and garish. This just looks so much nicer. Is that... I think that's all filled up, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, lovely. And this is actually nice because we can come out here to fill water barrels now. Because we didn't have a source of fresh water like around the base. And now this is like in the garden, right outside the kitchen. We can do that here. So a few lily pads would work. The grass is spreading quite quick here, which is nice. We've got one tree there, which is okay. So we could try and plant like in this corner, try and see if we can get away with a silverwood tree just like there or something, or I don't know. I don't think they're going to grow. Okay, I've kind of got a little bit distracted here and off topic of building around here, but look at this. Redstone alloy blocks from Ender.io can be used as beacon bases. There's a few more options here, like solarium. How do you make a solarium ingot? Oh, gold. Okay, never mind. But the redstone one's really interesting because these redstone alloy ingots in the alloy smelter, silicon and redstone. How do we get silicon again? Just from sand. I think we might have a go at this. I mean, we can actually generate sand. I didn't notice the vanilla sand is in that recipe there too. We can do that as well. So this is... Yeah, we're gonna like put that once again. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? We need to get some lights down in there. Yeah, I think once all the grass is spread, we can come and do just waves of building over there. I didn't realise that we can create silicon like that anyway. Silicon's used in quite a lot of Ender.io stuff, and as we progress in it, having a lot of silicon will be useful. So literally all we have to do is come back over here. And like, yeah, we've got quite a full inventory, which makes these kinds of things a little bit more awkward than they should be. But we just chuck the sand right back through. Yeah, amazing. Wow, okay. So let's do that, and let's take all of this sand and get it being turned back into sandstone over here. Yeah, and look, and we've got tons and tons of this. Oh, and look, I'm processing that cinnabar was another recipe, wasn't it? Wait for it, yeah, chucking the cinnabar in there gets us our redstone and silicon and quicks. So we also then want to chuck all of that into the sag mill. Does silicon come out of the crusher? No, it's just the sag mill. Okay, fine. Yeah, so, God, the sag mill's going to have its work cut out for it here. All of that stuff needs to go through, basically, and we'll get tons of silicon out the other end, and we'll also be getting more redstone out the other end. But I think with the number of blocks of redstone we have here, you can see already, actually, because this is already converted into blocks, that's more than enough redstone in the blocks we've got to do what we need to do here. And we'll be combining it, won't we, with the aluminium here. So maybe we'll have aluminium on the outside of the beacon and redstone alloy blocks on the inside. Interesting. Okay, cool. I was all putting stuff to good use. Could almost argue for a second sag mill here with the amount of stuff we need to do right now, but I think it works surprisingly quickly in the background, that thing. So, yeah, cool. But we don't tend to do huge, expensive redstone projects in TFC because it's kind of not really possible. So anyway, I should probably save these trees unless you guys, like, in case you guys know, actually. Yeah, I was going to chop these down now. But I'm not going to. I'm going to leave them until next time in case you guys do happen to know of any ways of us harvesting those leaf blocks. Well, I think that's enough silicon already, you guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot. That's a lot of silicon. So we probably have what we need here to do what we need. So we take 64 of each at least. We'll just start getting these redstone alloy ingots made up in here. Hopefully this is a quick-ish recipe. We do need to decide where we're actually going to put this thing. So I think we're always around this area the most. So I think this is where we want to look at it. And like I say, roughly 3 blocks in every direction is going to be the kind of radius of its impact. So it's almost like we want it as close to sort of over here, I suppose, as possible, where we're standing right now, or down there or something. It's kind of tricky as well because of the, well, I suppose no, we'll use supports when we get down to bedrock. We'll actually use support beams for the first time in a very long time. Well, yeah, I mean, I think here's as good a place as any, right? Should we put the beams coming out in this corner here? If you imagine like that. Because we may as well make it a 3x3 hole that we dig here. I think this is a good spot. Let's just look on Journey Mapper again. So we'd sort of have like coverage. We wouldn't have coverage in our house from here, but we'd have coverage of like over to the jumping on the railway. When we get into the house itself, I think that's probably fine. We'd have to build another one over in that direction. It's a shame our base is just a little bit too big. We either have to basically, for this first beacon, we either have to have it not reach the house or not reach the storage area. And I'd rather it reach the storage area. I think we'd run around here more frequently. We visit the house occasionally to get food and things, but yeah, having it reach over to the train, yeah, I think this is the spot. This is the spot, and it's kind of out the way. It's next to a corner. It'll look cool with it coming shooting out there next to this stone. So yeah, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to test something quickly here. I think this should work. If we grab both of these hoppers for now, because we're not using them. Okay, cool. So that thing is going to go until either of these hoppers runs out or until that guy's full. So we can move this over into there, and then we can just start filling these up. So the redstone one and the silicon one at the back. It's at least going to do like 5 stacks for us instead of like 1 at a time. So that's pretty good. Just need a bit more redstone to throw in there, and then we'll get to digging our hole. Okay, after much drama, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Yeah, perfect. After much drama then, we're now, hopefully, unless we come across a piece of bedrock in this last bit, I think we just push this back wall out to there, and that's the whole area done, and then we can go up and start, well, finish gathering all the resources that we're going to need to build the thing, right? Okay, how are we getting on here then? Wow, just as it was about to fill up. So that's awesome. So let's make all of these into blocks, see how many we're left with. Oh, nice. We may need to wait for a few more. 64 plus 14 plus the 100 we've got downstairs. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close to being ready, actually. How much more have we got in these? Yeah, okay, that's basically out of silicon. So that needs a little toppy. Okay, so we're currently sitting bang on 200 blocks there, and we are going to need 244. So yeah, we don't need to leave this thing running for too much longer, but it does need a top up of silicon. But look, I mean, we've got all of this quicksilver here. I've had to overflow into the other chest from Thorncraft because there's so much of it there, and I mean, we've certainly got plenty of silicon. And likewise with redstone, I think this is probably the best beacon block there is. I mean, it was a good way to use up all that aluminium that we had that we didn't have a use for, but in terms of making like large, like farming beacons and covering a large area in every status effect, I think this is the most farmable thing. We are going to get to a point where we start running out of redstone unless we do a lot more dust sifting, but that's where the golems are going to come in. I think we won't probably be looking to do loads more beacons until we have golems working for us as well. But yeah, for now, sweet. I'm just going to leave that to run for a bit. Alright, and so to pick up on something we've been doing recently, we're trying to work out how to get some obsidian just to actually make these beacon blocks. And so I've worked it out. Basically what we need to do is convert TFC lava and water into vanilla lava and water so that it can play with the ex nihilo barrel. And the easiest way I can see to convert it at this point is just by placing it in the world, actually. So if I chuck that back in, it won't let me chuck that back in there because that's a piece of vanilla water. So we need like another place to put this stuff. I've managed to get a piece of stone. There we go. So if we put that water there for now. Now we pick up that what was TFC lava with the vanilla bucket, turns it into vanilla lava, goes in there. we can grab our vanilla water here. But in fact, just to show you then the same conversion, we can't grab the vanilla water with the vanilla bucket here. What we'd need to do is use our red steel, place it in the world, pick it up with the vanilla bucket, and it becomes vanilla water then, and then we get our obsidian. So a little bit fiddly, and we can definitely automate this process better. But that's pretty much it. Alright, madness guys, I think we've got everything we need here. I think this is it. Please say these recipes work. Okay, good. And we can chisel them into different colours as well, which is the old way of doing things. So should we chisel them into a green? I like green. It's DankNStein colours. Lime green or just normal green? We're going to do 4 green, and we're going to do 2 yellow. Nice. Alright, let's build this thing top down. So, I've just realised I forgot to bring ingots to put in to actually activate them. Okay, we'll have to go back up and get those. But that is where they're all going to go. You can come back now. And then what do we want? Should we do them in stripes? Or should we do like it all red with like all the aluminium on the inside? I kind of like the idea of a big red beacon. So let's see if we've got enough to do the edges in all the red. Oh wow, these blocks break quick. That's quite nice. These would be nice like futuristic building blocks too, to be honest. They are so cheap, these redstone alloy blocks. Man, this is so satisfying. This actually looks awesome. I'm starting to think maybe a combination of the blocks would be quite nice. Yeah, let's tear these off the top because they're so quick to break. We'll do the top layer in aluminium. So we'll have like a striped effect. Okay, here it is, the final moments. I think this is right. Yeah, and with 2 to spare. That's exactly what I thought. Okay, wow. This is awesome. It's done, right? It's actually done. We need to go and get some iron ingots to activate the thing. Alright, boom, this is very exciting, you guys. So I've ended up going with emeralds, which I could get from the ones we get in our loot bags, just a cheeky crafting recipe. I figured that the ingots that I have aren't Minecraft ingots, and they're likely not going to be accepted either. But these emeralds are just standard Minecraft emeralds, and should work fine. And also, they're less valuable to us than the ingots anyway. So I brought 9 just in case we mess it up. So, like, we'll take speed 2. You put the emerald in, and you press tick, and it's done. And that one should now be banging out speed 2 for us. Okay, yep, that works. Okay, so we've got speed. Let's take a bit of haste 2. Boom. Now next, we'll go for some resistance 2. And we'll take some jump boost 2. This is so exciting. I don't think I've ever done this with 6 beacons in vanilla. Strength 2. And last but not least, we just want regen on this one, right? I don't think you can stack any more on there, so I think it's just the regen. I mean, we could try going speed with regen. I don't think that's gonna give it. It's not gonna turn it into speed 1, is it? No. Right, there we go. They're all there. So now, how quickly can we climb this ladder? Yeah, pretty quick. So it's a shame it's not going to stretch across our whole base, but all of what we did today is reasonably farmable. Particularly if we prepared ourselves with lots of silicon and redstone. The longest part is digging the hole. That's the longest bit. Arguably we wouldn't even need to do that. I mean, they stretch 50 blocks down from the surface. We could even just have them all on the surface. But I'm a bit of a purist, you know. You know what I'm like. I like things to be done to the extreme. So I kind of feel like we should put them all at bedrock level like this. So that should we choose to make any sort of underground rooms and bases and things, we've got it. But like this is a madness. 6 beacons in TerraFirmaCraft. Who'd have thought it? This episode's probably ended up being really, really long and really, really late to be released, so I'm sorry for that, but I think you can understand why. And this is going to be so difficult to actually get used to around here, but it's going to save us loads of time. I mean, look at that jump. Hey, can jump straight up onto there, can we? I mean, yeah, we can. This is absolutely insane. Well, look, we're done here. We are done. God, I can't even control my character moving around. This is so cool. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow for the live stream. Classic Tuesday TFC fun. But what a milestone today is anyway. Episode 45 for the win. Share with your friends. This is arguably the first 6 times beacon that anyone's ever made in TFC. If you know of anyone who's ever done this before. Are we the first? Who knows? Probably not. Nevertheless, thank you all. Take care. Peace.